Hi, it's Kevin from the Awareness.website, and we've got another video, Classroom Classics, here for you. Now, unfortunately, we missed a couple of videos over the last couple of weeks, so we're going to make up some stuff. So we're going to talk about a couple of moves that we did, a couple of things we did, and obviously Christmas time, classes slow down a little bit. Some classes stop for the holiday season. So we'll talk about some things that we did when our classes got a little bit smaller. So hang in there, we'll be right back. Alright, well, we're going to start with a couple of things that we were covering in class a couple of weeks ago, where we're working on a couple of moves, strike ears with fists. So that follows strike tiger left, strike tiger right, and then you do the kick, and then strike ears with fists. One of the common things that happens with strike ears with fists is, of course, you do the kick and then step down with the palms upwards and the arms crossed in front of the body. When you come forward, the arms sweep out, but commonly what happens is people lift their arms up with their shoulders, and then their shoulders are way up high when they finish. So you want the shoulders down and relaxed, and the fists about ear height. Way to do that is when you separate, keep the shoulders relaxed. Pushing from the leg, that drives the arms out, and then drop the elbows as they come into the front. If you can drop the elbows, that allows the arms to drop down and the shoulders to stay relaxed. Again, you just separate. They come out to the side, shoulders are relaxed, and the elbows drop. Following that there's a series of 2 kicks with 3 steps in between. And there are a couple of details that I want to talk to you about, and it's come up in class just to kind of keep you on track. From the strike ears with fists, you're going to stand up and press down, cross in front, and then you're going to kick 90 degrees to the left, step down pigeon-toed and cross, pakwa step, pigeon-toed step, and then you're going to do a heel kick to the right, step down pakwa, and then go into chop with fist. All of these steps are on the same line. You don't want to be stepping around. Commonly what happens is when you come up and you kick to the left 90 degrees, people step over here. You want to be stepping beside the other foot. When you pick this foot up, it's not a pivot out so that the foot is way over here. You want to pick the foot up, turn it around on the same line so it's right beside the other one. Little bit of space between them, and then you come around pigeon-toed, but again on that same line. You don't want to be stepping over here. You want the feet to be lining up as you do it, and then you kick. And then when you step down for the pakwa step, again it's right in front of the other one. A little bit of space between them for the chop with fist. The other thing you want to keep in mind is it's a continuous turn. From the strike ears, you stand up, so you're facing forward, you open, and you kick 90 degrees. Now, as you step down and cross, the body is turning. So you're turning as you step, and then come up and kick. Step down, and then you turn. But as you do those 3 steps, the body turns continuously. So don't stop to make the step. Keep the body turning. That helps you to get around with those steps, keeping the steps in line. Next week was a little bit different for us. We weren't working on any new moves or anything because there was a lot of people that were missing. Holiday time, people get busy, they're doing all kinds of things, very common. Probably having the same thing happen in your classes. Great thing to do in those times is to work on the foundations, work on the details. And some of the people now at this point, we're like a little more than halfway through the set, so you can see things are starting to loosen up. People's spines are starting to get more relaxed, their legs are getting stronger. So we can start to work a little deeper on some of the foundations. And in this particular case, we're working on some danyus and how you can work on sitting more into the hips. So doing supported danyus, so holding on to something and getting the hips to sit down, but then sitting down really deep into the hips so the weight's balanced in the feet. So really stretching, working things in here. So you can have a nice relaxation going down the whole spine. So it's a good stretch, and then using the legs to push up. So you're going a little bit deeper, legs are taking a little more load, so you're starting to work on strength a little bit more. The key thing with that is to make sure you start with the hips and keep the weight sitting into the hips. Even though the knees are going forward to keep the balance over the feet, you want to keep the weight sitting into the hips. You don't want the weight to go into the knees. You want it to sit back into the hips so that the legs take the load and you can sit down and then push and come up. And down the road, that's going to have a big benefit for doing the rest of the moves. Another thing I wanted to touch on, and some of you may know, I got a bit of food poisoning the 1 week, so we didn't get a video out in time. And so we're kind of making up for it. And I want to thank everybody for their well-wishing and all that. Nothing serious, just a bad burger at a food joint. And so it wasn't a lot of fun, but you get through it. But it brought up an interesting topic, and this is something that over the years a lot of people bring to my attention, and it's a concern for them, is that when they get sick, they think, well, I've been doing all this Tai Chi, I thought I wasn't supposed to get sick. And they think that for some reason the Tai Chi is a miraculous cure, it's going to keep you from getting sick. Well, Tai Chi is a great maintenance program for you, and it helps you to get through things like illness, injuries and all that kind of stuff. I've had injuries that without the Tai Chi, I may not even be walking. So it's something that you can do to maintain and build a quality lifestyle, but it's not going to prevent illness or disease or injury or anything like that, but it can certainly help. And I've got other stories, maybe I'll tell them down the road here about how things have happened for me. But it brings to mind something that came up when Mr. Moy got sick and then eventually passed away. A lot of people were concerned because here he is, this Tai Chi guy that's been doing Tai Chi for all his life, an absolutely amazing Tai Chi practitioner, Tai Chi teacher. But people were concerned, like they were upset that he actually got sick and died. And one of the things that he said is it's for a quality of life. I mean, everybody gets sick, everybody dies, but it's more the idea that the only thing that you take with you is your experiences and the deeds you do. And I mean, it's just a natural process for all of us. So I recommend you check out the videos that we have on identities, because the identities and the ideas that we have about ourselves and the identities we have about our Tai Chi and stuff like that affects us. It affects our bodies. It affects whether we can get healthy or not, or whether we get sick or not. So check out those videos, because they might give you some ideas, a little bit of thing, and maybe it'll create some conversation, and you guys can ask us questions about it, or we can have some conversations, some chats about it, or whatever. Anyway, that's it for this week. Our next videos won't be until after the new year. Classes are on hold for the holidays, so we'll be back in doing some Facebooks and stuff, but the videos will come out in first week of January there. So like our Facebook, check out our website, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Got that right. Hope you all have a great Christmas. Happy New Year to everybody, and we'll see you again.